Welcome to 100 Yards Football this morning. If you like the video, please come in and share it. Today, we're going to go a little different direction here on 100 Yards Football. We're going to honor the LSU Women's 2003 Women's Basketball Team National Champions. Like the video, please come in and share it. I'd like to give special thanks to Jeremiah Long for making it happen for me this morning here on 100 Yards Football. Special thanks to the team on 100 Yards of Football, Mr. Logan Landis, Mr. Bobby Butler, Mr. Ronnie Keebler, a.k.a. Mr. Mark Denner. We know him as Mark Bass. I know when you're looking at this video right here, you're looking at me, Mr. Vincent Turner. I'm your host, Vincent Turner. And you say, Vince, the game, a lot of things came to Jasmine Carson and Alexis Morris. And when you look at those three young ladies, through a lot of adversity in their career, and then they had Coach Kim Mulkey, who had won 2 championships, the job at LSU. But when I saw them cut the nets down, and then I saw just the excitement and just the spirit that LSU women's basketball team, it made me think of something. It made me be proud. Because in this life, it's about adversity, overcoming a lot of things. And sometimes people break when things don't go right, especially in the level of their careers, especially when you're talking about being a college basketball player, whether it's on a woman's or man's level. But watching them, I thought about 1966 when I was 6 years old. And I thought about Texas El Paso. That team that had Bobby Joe Hill, David Lattin, Willie Cajun, Nevin Sheed, coached by Don Haskins, the first African-American all-starting 5. That team beating Kentucky 72-65. And I thought about LSU being that Texas El Paso team. And Kentucky being Iowa, led by their superstar, Mrs. Kaylin Clark. Then I thought about the 2 young ladies, not Angela Reese, because she was special. But I thought about the 2 young ladies that nobody really talked about after the game. And I'm going to give them the flowers. I'm going to give them the flowers today. That's Jasmine Carson and Alexis Morris. Jasmine Carson, if it wouldn't been for her, I don't know if LSU would have won that basketball game. She scored 21 points in the first half, ended up with 22. But think about this. She had only scored 11 points in all the tournament games leading up to that moment. And I think about Jasmine. She went to 2 schools. She went to Georgia Tech, transferred. She went to West Virginia, transferred. Then she went to LSU and waited her time and was very patient. But most of all, she went to high school at McKeachin High School here, local in the Metro Atlanta area. I'm broadcasting live out of Douglasville, Georgia. Played for a very good McKeachin High School women's basketball program. But what I'm most proud of, I knew it was some in her blood because she is originally from the 901, Memphis, Tennessee, Central High School, 306 South Bellevue Avenue. I don't have to say no more. Do I have to say Elvis Presley? Do I have to say David Porter? Do I have to say Isaac Hayes? Do I have to say Penny Hardaway? Do I have to say Larry Finch? See, Jasmine Carson didn't give up. 22 points for the game, 21 points in the first half. Only missed 1 shot and kept LSU in the basketball game. Then Mrs. Alexis Morris. Man, what came out as a 5-star recruit. Played at Baylor, things didn't work out. Went to Rutgers, things didn't work out. Had a meeting of the mind. Young lady took a trip to Reno, Nevada, and said she had to take. Then she ended up at Texas A&M. Things didn't work out, and then she ended up at LSU playing for the same coach that had recruited her, who she played for as a true freshman at Baylor. And think about this with Alexis Moore. She was a 5-star out of Beaumont, Texas. That young lady could have easily given up. But she had 21 points in the game. 16 points in the second half in that crucial 102-85 victory over Iowa. Beaumont, Texas. Something in the water. Young lady didn't give up. Can I say Jerry Ball? Can I say Vance Bedford? Can I say Mel Farr? UCLA? Ford Motor Companies? Detroit Lions? Larry Graham? Former bass player sliding the Family Stone? Jerry Levias, first black player at SMU football history? Louis Kelcher? Kendrick Perkins? Bubba Smith? And Edgar Winter? Young lady didn't give up. She stayed with it. Stayed with it. And them two young ladies, Jasmine Carson and Alexis Morris, showed you there's going to be bumps in the road. But one day you're going to get your flowers, and one day you're going to overcome. You just got to stay faithful to yourself. And then to the head coach, Kim Mulkey. You look good coming out in that Tiger uniform dressed in LSU. 2 national championships at Baylor. But you came on a lot of scrutiny. Everybody thought you was losing to Coach Mulkey. But look what you've done. You have won 2 national championships at 2 different schools. But what I looked at it most of all, and what Mrs. Angel Reese, is this right here. That team played with a lot of spunk, a lot of confidence. And just because things like this, well, that don't have no part, look what them young ladies went through. And it was a heavily underdog coming into that national championship game. But what they did, they shocked the world. They shocked the world. 3 transfers, leading the LSU women's basketball team to a national championship. And Mrs. Angel Reese, I know you got to be proud because your first cousin won the national championship with UConn. So, hey, take your flowers. It's special. Stay on that platform, LSU women's basketball team. Stand on that platform. Something special down there in Baton Rouge going on. I love it. So if you liked the video today, please come in and share it. We'll surely appreciate it here at 100 Yards Football. One more time, kudos to the LSU women's basketball team. I love you. You're the remake of the 1966 Texas El Paso. 72-65 over Kentucky. LSU in 2003, 102. Hour 85. One more time. Special thanks to Mr. Jeremiah Long. Thank you. To Mr. Logan Landers, thank you. To Mr. Bobby Butler, thank you. To Mr. Ronnie Keebler, thank you. To Mr. Mark Denham, a.k.a. Mark Bass, thank you. And I'm going to leave you with this. LSU, 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 LSU. God bless. 100 yards of football.